Hi everyone, how's everybody? Thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. So I want to thank all of you who are my subscribers. You are so very dear to me. You are my purpose. I will treat you like my like my babies, right? You guys take care of me, I take care of you. Okay, so I didn't mean that in like a weird way or anything, but thank you for my subscribers. I really appreciate you. And thank you for those who have not yet subscribed but are here viewing my posting. I appreciate everybody. I send you love, light, happiness, all the goods. Okay, and we always want to thank God, right? Thank you, God, for this opportunity that I could read to the collective. And I pray that you'll be present in our reading and give a good message, and it'll be helpful to someone out there, okay? We are here to help change the world, even if it's one person at a time, and to be positive and have some positive influence for some positive change. And that's how we do it, right? It's trying to find the good in the bad, and trying to be hopeful, kind, loving. And we do it because it makes us feel good, and it's the right thing to do. Okay, so let me begin by reading out of the Bible, and then we'll move forward after that. And to give you an update on my doggy, he's completely healed. I hope so anyways. His attitude is really good. He's excited when we go out. He loves to go for a ride in the car, so we might be doing that after I do this reading. So I'm on Psalms 36, for the director of music of David, the servant of the Lord. An oracle is within my heart concerning the sinfulness of the wicked. There is no fear of God before his eyes, for in his own eyes he flatters himself, too much to detect or hate his sin. The words of his mouth are wicked and deceitful. He has ceased to be wise and to do good. Even on his bed he plots evil. He commits himself to a sinful course and does not reject what is wrong. Your love, O Lord, reaches to the heavens, your faithfulness to the skies. Your righteousness is like the mighty mountains, your justice like the great deep. O Lord, you preserve both man and beast. How priceless is your unfailing love! Both high and low among men find refuge in the shadow of your wings. They feast on the abundance of your house. You give them drink from your river of delights. For with you is the fountain of life. In your light we see light. Continue your love to those who know you, your righteousness to the upright in heart. May the foot of the proud not come against me, nor the hand of the wicked drive me away. See how the evildoers lie fallen, thrown down, not able to rise. So that was the whole book of Psalm 36. Okay. Now moving forward, miracles now. When I move my body, I bust through all that blocks me from my true wealth and vitality. So, this card tells me that part of creating, part of manifesting, right? It begins when you move your body. You're shaking off anything that's stagnant. you're getting your, your creative juices to flow. When you're dancing, it makes your heart sing, right? You're dancing to music. Maybe you have some ear pods in. Is that what you call them? And you have your favorite music playing, and you're actually dancing, and you're creating body movements. You're just in that movement, right? And mind, body, and soul. You're really getting into exercising, maybe doing some aerobics. Maybe you're just jogging down the road. Okay, so whatever it is, those are the things that it takes to actually manifest, right? To have your mind, body, and soul at the highest optimum that it can be. And it's like the natural high, right? And then when you are in this mind, body, and soul, the ultimate, right? The maximum capacity, you're high on life, is when you can create. Might create a painting. You might do clay work. You might have a axe and be chopping some wood, like making the shape of a bear or a dolphin, right? Like a statue. And when you find where your inner talents are, your creativity, and you get that really moving, is when you can manifest so much more in your life. And you have to stay on that. It's easy to say, it's hard to do unless you are so in tune with your life that you can manage that and keep at a high vibe. And the whole idea is putting out to the universe, I'm creating universe. I'm creating something positive in my life. I'm taking anything that's blocking my way, and I'm pushing it out of the way, energetically, physically, whatever. And that is when you can start manifesting the things in your life, and you just call to it. You can actually manifest wealth, and you can manifest health. You can manifest the better things in life. Everyone has their own picture in their mind. So move your body, enjoy it, tune out anything that's negative, and then begin manifesting what you want in your life that makes you feel whole and makes you feel good and makes you feel like life's really worth living, right? And as well as, even before you get to that bust and move, right, you still want to be thankful for every little thing that you have. Being thankful, showing gratitude, maybe like I always say, it's like helping out a homeless person out on the street. Might be a very cold time. They might need a hat or an umbrella, or a pair of shoes, or maybe just a hot cup of coffee. Okay, but begin to move your body so that you can remove the blocks, the mental blocks, the physical blocks, the blocks that keep you from getting to your wealth and vitality. Your body, if your body is wealthy, you are healthy, right? If your body's healthy, you are wealthy. And being vital, right? Vitality is not just laying on the sofa watching the same shows every week. It's actually changing your whole life to make you be more productive. Even if you're retired, you can still do things. Okay, so I hope that was information that's helpful, and I hope that if there's something else that I missed, please type it in to the comments so other people can see how you're feeling, and as well as me too. I like to know other people's perspectives. Next we have Divine Feather. Here's the feather, and it is the osprey. And it talks about success. Okay. The seabird is one of the largest birds of prey in North America. Ospreys are great providers, unfussy, and very social. They build sturdy nests high up on top of poles or in tall trees near the sea. Known to migrate long distances, they come back over and over again to the same places to nest and nurture their young. Their skill and acute vision allows them to dive from the sky into the sea and catch their food effortlessly. This fishing skill allows them to be abundant and successful providers for their families. Thus, finding an osprey feather is a favorable omen for success, abundance, and family life. Osprey swoops in and delights you with the message of success and abundance. This divine messenger encourages us to use our unique skills to provide what is needed and share it with others. It shows us that there is abundance available right now in the perfect form. Be sure to make your priorities clear and set your sights, because now is the time to jump into something feet first. Osprey supports your success and encourages you to nurture yourself and to serve your family as well. Keep an open mind as you do, for it is certain that your view of abundance may shift and evolve. Energies: abundance, success, skill. Seasons: summer and fall. Element: water and air. Color: black, white, gray, and brown. The affirmation: I am grateful for the divine abundance in my life. Okay, so these two cards kind of are related, right? Wealth and vitality, removing blocks so you can get to who you truly are and acquire success from what you love to do effortlessly. I don't know, I think they're kind of related. Okay, next we have your soul purpose, and we have the dancer. Okay, the dancer has to move their body, right? Okay. Affirmation: I am light on my feet and have rhythm. I use my core muscular strength to creatively express my emotions through motion. I have endurance and enjoy moving my body. Okay, so yeah, we have three that they're all kind of related. So, you know, I don't take the time to do that on purpose, right? If I did, there's no even reason to read, because it's the mystery of how the cards all fall together, right? It makes it really exciting to know that God is here and He's got a special message for you. So, you know, I know I'm going to have those that are half believers, and, you know, everybody has the right to believe whatever they want. I know what my truth is, and I know how these cards just fall together is, it's a divine message, okay? All these books are, you know, they're all blessed. They're all blessed because I do my prayers. Every reading, I have a prayer down below. Every reading, I read out of the Bible. And I don't have time to play games, and I don't want to play games with anybody. Okay, entertainment. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. Are your body movements fluid and balanced? Dancers have a natural creative gift that they express through the movement of their body, utilizing their strong core. Any kind of dance allows for creative expression of emotions, releasing stored feelings as the body sways. Pulling the dancer and aragonite card indicates that it is time to get moving, improve flexibility, and strengthen control and endurance in your physical body, as well as in your mental and emotional awareness. Having a balanced life improves your spiritual connection. Form the intention to use this pairing vibe of aragonite to help improve the health of your bones, muscles, and overall body structure, so you can have a fluid and authentic composure in all life situations. Aragonite can help you find the way to your center and be aware of the depth of your emotions. I use aragonite in conjunction with my Pilates session, a form of exercise favored by the dance community. I use the benefits of this exercise to help me find inner strength and balance as well as physical strength and balance. Aragonite is a mineral composed of calcium carbonate, which lends itself to assist with body systems that require calcium. Form the intention that aragonite's vibration will help you use nutrition and exercise to improve the health of your body and muscles. Okay, so just real quick now. So I've always drank milk. I probably will until the day I die. Whatever effects that it has on my body, it's kind of a trade-off, right? Because well, everybody has trade-offs that they have to do. So I would rather drink milk and have the side effects that it may have from time to time versus not drinking milk and have my bones and muscles deteriorate quicker, because the milk is a source of calcium, right? It keeps your bones strong, it keeps your muscles better. And there still are things that I need to do. I need to really get into a full exercise program that lasts an hour, and that way I know that if you're exercising for a whole hour, your body is always going to stay what do you call that? Not liquid. Your metabolism is always going to stay moving. If you just sit on the couch, which I am very guilty of, and watch TV, then your metabolism begins to slow up. Your muscle mass begins to get worn down. You start getting slow and you start getting sluggish, and pretty soon, you don't want to do anything. So mind over matter. You have to put yourself out there, and you have to do what's right for you and your body if you want to make your life last in a healthy way, right? You got to quit smoking, you got to quit drinking. There's nothing wrong with having even a cigarette once a month or something like that, or having a drink once a month. But the more alcohol you drink, the thinner your blood becomes. And then, some people actually take medicine to thin their blood out. If you take aspirin, it'll thin your blood. All those things. What happens when all these things are going through your system and you're thinning your blood out? Your skin becomes, really thin. See it. You can tell I'm older by my marks on my skin, right? But really, I still have a good amount of meat be underneath that skin. So I just got out of the shower, so I haven't put any lotion on. That's why it's really wrinkled, plus of my age anyways, right? But the more you take blood thinners, if the doctor tells you, and then you're having alcohol, right? If you have like a drink every night, or you might have a drink at lunchtime and then during the evening. With every drink that you drink that has alcoholic beverage in it, right? It's going to thin your blood more. And then what's going to happen is someone's going to come up to you and accidentally bump you. So say if you come and bump me and you hit me like that, right? If my skin's really thin, if my blood is really thin, right? It's going to leave a big mark. And then it's going to blister. It's going to be about that big. And then it's going to be like a big red mark. It's going to blister. And if you keep accidentally hitting it, it's going to break the skin. Once you break the skin, your skin is your biggest organism that's over your body, that protects your body. If you break your skin, that leaves an opening for, you're over at Walmart or wherever, someone says, achoo, right? And whatever they have is floating through the air, and it'll go right into your open skin, right? And then you'll get sick. So you don't want to damage your skin. Your skin is the biggest part of you that protects you, right? So you want to do everything you can to keep your skin healthy. And those things I know, I'm telling you the truth about it. People I know who drink beer and smoke cigarettes and they take aspirin. They might not be on any particular meds from the doctors, but if you take aspirin and drink beer and smoke cigarettes, your skin will look older. It'll become damaged. It becomes what do you call it? I forget what the term is. See, it's like, oh, what is that word? You become like a product of your environment, right? It's not really that term that I was thinking of. It's like you become a liability. Your skin becomes a liability to the overall health of your whole body. Okay? Something like that. So be wary about what you do. Be wary about eating right. The more raw, the better for you. And, I told my one girlfriend, I said, and I told my daughter too, I said, there was a time when I wanted just to eat, what was that? Spinach. You go to Costco or you go to wherever and get the bucket of spinach for like $4 or $5. I said, I'd get a whole handful of it and stick it in a bowl and I'd sit there and eat it. And I would tell myself it's good. Forget the salad dressing, forget the other sprinkles that you like to put on it. The healthiest way is the rawest way. And spinach is just like what they say about Popeye, Your muscles grow, you get more energy, you can do more, and, So check your refrigerator and see if you have spinach, and if you don't, go out and get it and see how you can inquire it into your meals. I eat it sometimes with scrambled eggs in the morning. So it's something worth looking into, okay? Next we have native spirit. And we have offerings. So, offerings. Okay. That better? Okay. Offerings. So sometimes I have this little area in my living room that has it has a plaque that I made, in honor of my grandparents, and then I have a picture of my daughter there. It's a picture of my daughter, but she made me a flower when she was like in kindergarten, and they used the child's handprint as the petals of the flower. And so all my little special little trinkets, which is not a lot, but it's sort of like my sacred area where I say my ancestors are, and then sometimes I'll put something out for them that I know they'll like. Like, say, my family comes from the Philippines, so everybody likes rice, right? So when I cook rice, I might put a little bowl out there with some soy sauce on it, just to honor them as the offering, right? So everybody has their own little quirks on how they want to give offerings and who they want to give offerings to. That's how I give my offerings to my ancestors. Okay. The universe is grateful for you. You are a gift to the world. Feel gratitude for everything in your life, even the things that don't seem perfect. Appreciation for everything flows through you, and great bounty. Cherish the preciousness of life and everyone and everything around you, and thus you will be cherished. So I myself really needed to hear this because I felt a little sluggish earlier. So you see, every time I get on here, I have to reflect about how I feel, because if I'm feeling something that I really is less than, right, than what I really want to feel, is it someone projecting on me, or is it something that I need to work through? So when I do the readings, not only I'm trying to give you a message of encouragement, I'm trying to also give myself a message of encouragement, you see? So, yeah, offerings are a great thing. And I explained how I give my offerings to my ancestors, and you might have your own that you do. Okay, so the native spirit wants you to know every native culture throughout history has made offerings. Often on a daily basis, offerings were made to the sun, the earth, the plants, the animals, and to everything in creation. The offerings varied culture to culture, but they were always made with a feeling of extreme appreciation for the bounty of life. Gratitude was the secret to a joy-filled life. True thankfulness can work like modern-day alchemy in your life, yielding happiness and peace beyond imagination. And it's simple. Find what's good and wonderful in every moment. No matter what's happening around you, there's always something to be grateful for. Whatever you appreciate in life will grow, so discover what you're thankful for. Even the people and the situations you found challenging, and watch miracles unfold. The journey. As a suggestion, make an offering to whatever nurtures your soul. If you're nurtured by a particular place in nature, for example, you might consider leaving some fruit at the base of a tree for the animals in that area to give thanks to the beauty that is there. Okay? It's a beautiful suggestion. Okay, next we have messages from the mermaids. Today we have magic. Magic. I could use some magic right now. If I could have magic and use it any way I wanted, how would I use it? Well, I could be selfish and say, to rejuvenate my body, to make my heart stronger and healed and all that. Or I could send it out to the world that, all the homeless children, all the parentless children find love and have someone to take care of them. I could send it out to all the old people who are ready to transition over, that send them love and let them know that there's life after death, and they could begin to pray to God and get their healing and know that God is listening, because he's getting ready to call them. So it's time for them to get ready for the next journey, and pray that they go peacefully when God takes them. So there's many ways to speak words of encouragement, even though those children out there in the world cannot physically hear me. It's like the butterfly effect, right? I really believe in that butterfly effect. So the butterfly, they say it flaps its wings, and right now I'm kind of flapping my arms as if I'm talking right in front of you, but be like flapping your wings, and that vibration can reach all the way around the world. So energetically, when I say, if I could have magic, I would send it to the parentless children, that they find people that love and take care of them and nurture them and teach them. Or I send it to the old people. It's the thought that really counts, and it's from a space of the more I already know, the more that I give to the world, the more that God's going to give to me. Now, that's not saying I'm saying it for the purpose of receiving, but I'm saying it for the purpose of, that's what my gut is saying. My heart is saying that if I had magic, I would send it to the old and the young. So that way everybody, the old people are getting ready to ascend to a new journey. The new people are trying to be the next generation. If we have a bunch of homeless kids, right? It's like the movies, right? They're scavenging in the streets trying to survive. what is that going to do for our generations when they grow up? Not that it's going to matter to us, but we are supposed to leave the world in a better place than what we found it. You know, that is whether you go to someone's house and you have dinner there, whether you go to someone's house and spend the night, whether you go to school, you know. You don't want to go to school and then leave your desk all trashy or throw trash on the floor, right? You want to leave it better than how you found it. You know, maybe you're a senior in high school and you have some books laying around. Well, are you gonna, at home that is, you know, you could do some good and say, oh, I've read all these books. I'm gonna bring them to the school. They could put them in their library or maybe the local library. It's doing good with what you have, and what you give and where you give it to is it should be appreciated, you know. When you give, it should be appreciated, and it should be used for that cause. So, okay, so let me read about magic. Did I do that already? Ooh, it's getting warm in here. Hold on. Open your eyes and heart to wonder and magic. Life is full of magical occurrences. A magical gift will soon be received or given. Here we see the Merlin in his cave. He's a powerful and wise wizard who weaves magic between the sea and the land. He's giving the magical Merfairy a pearl of wisdom so that she may receive the innate wisdom of the land and the ocean, bringing harmony to both and also creating a union between the merfolk and the fairy folk. Both communities love and care for their respective environments, the land and the ocean, so they have a common interest and can work together for the benefit of the planet and for the highest good of all beings. The card of magic has appeared in your spread today because there's magic around you. Whether or not you know it, it's there. Will you recognize the signs of magic in action? Magic is everywhere and is often found in the things we take for granted. So, look again at the magic and the wonder of life with childlike innocence and awe. The beautiful sunrise is a magical sight, as is a full or crescent moon. A rainbow is a sign not only of magic but also of hope. The gift of life itself is magical and is something we ought to show gratitude for, as it's truly a gift. Celebrate the magic of each day. Magic is everywhere if we look and feel with all of our senses. You're being called to recognize the magic within your own life and to show those close to you the magic is real and all around us. So, you know, there's good magic and there's bad magic. If you believe in God, you got to believe in the devil. Doesn't mean you have to listen to the devil. You just have to be aware, right? You have to be aware of, you know, so many times I hear people say, you know, I misjudged you because Martin said that you were running the streets. Martin said that you're no good, you know, you rip people off, you know. So many times people try to portray someone else. They try to actually project things that they have done onto someone who's innocent because for some reason they can't rise above what they've done in their own life. So they have to project onto an innocent person, and that innocent person becomes ostracized. They become treated different, you know. I mean, they even say people with autism, you know. I don't think it's autism. I think it's a higher perception, you know. And I think the medical field calls it autism, but the spiritual people will call it enlightened, or they will call them, I mean, I don't really know. I'm just telling you what I think, okay? So if you have a different perception, please share that. But I really believe that people recognize energy, okay? People lie, energy doesn't. So if you have someone who's got a very high perception, they are very sensitive as in they can read your energy. People who like doing shifty things, do not like people around them who can read their energy, because then sooner or later they're going to call them out. Hey, Aunt Patty, you remember when you said that to me? I really didn't appreciate that. And you know that that wasn't the truth, and you know that you were wrong for saying that. How dare you, right? And I don't have an Aunt Patty. I'm just using that as an example. I do have a cousin Patty, but she's very kind and sweet. Okay, so do you get what I'm saying? I mean, it's like a schizophrenic. I don't really believe that people are schizophrenic, and if they are, I think that they have negative attachments to them. I think they have evil entities that have taken over their spirit. That's what I believe schizophrenic is. And schizophrenic is supposed to be something that runs in the family. Oh, that's that side of the family kind of thing. But I think that it's, like when my last reading, I think I spoke about me wanting to kill my second husband, okay? My dad actually killed someone out of a passionate moment, and it had to do with his second wife. So people might look at me and say, oh, well, that runs in the family. You see, her dad killed someone, so she's likely to kill someone. I've never wanted to kill someone. I really doubt my dad ever wanted to kill something. It's just something he experienced and couldn't stop himself for whatever reason. Yes, it was wrong. Yes, he took a life that was very young. But, it's not me to judge my dad. It's up to God to judge him. So for me to have been in a similar situation where I wanted to kill someone, which happened to be my husband, okay, I have to think about what made me get to that point. What made me get to that point was, for 3 years I was telling him every day, it's a new day. Let's have a good day today, all right, Chris? It's a new day. We're starting over. It's a new day. And after about 3 years of saying it, I stopped saying it. And one day he's like, oh, how come you don't say? How come you're not saying, let's start a new day, a new fresh day. Let's have a good day today. Like that was one of his highlights. His highlight was for me to say it so he can destroy my every hope, my every thought that today we're really going to have a good day, So he was looking forward to me to say that so he can destroy it. So why in the world did we stay together all those years? Because I needed to learn a lesson. I needed to learn that I give too much. I put up with too much. It's still to this day, if I got into a relationship and someone wanted me to do something, I'd always be willing to help, but I have to learn that there are boundaries. I have to learn that there has to be even good give and take. I have to know that these boundaries mean something, and I have to know that that there will not be another time in my life when I live like I lived these past 2 marriages. So I got to put everything where it fits and drop everything else, right? If the next one that comes in, he's got to be a good one. I really got to get to know him before I commit to any serious relationships, I really have to understand, and he has to understand that this is where I'm at. And if you're on board where I'm at, I don't want to have to lower my standards to fit you, and you shouldn't have to lower your standards to fit me. If your standards are higher, then I need to rise up to meet that. Same as if my standards are higher, you have to raise your standards up to meet that. There's no more lowering. Lowering is no good. Okay? If something's worth it to you, you will do that extra work to be with that special person. Okay? So now that is settled, and none of us are perfect. We've all we've all done things that we've regretted. You know, we've all, I mean, if you want to look true in your heart, you know, if you don't want to look true in your heart, you'll say, I never did anything wrong. It was always the other person, you know. It's not really true that way. I mean, it took me a while to recognize that myself. Okay, moving forward, the animal messages. Let's see what the chameleon has to say. Cute little thing. He's out catching bugs with his long, skinny tongue. Okay. But I love kids and I love animals. And, well, I love old people. They have a lot of wisdom. And I like young people, little kids, when they're still in that learning stage. And I like people my age who are mature and make good decisions. And even if they haven't made good decisions, they're learning to make good decisions. I'm not going to say I just don't like anybody that can't make a good decision. It's to each their own, and how it fits in my life is, I guess, one thing, right? Okay, chameleon. Conceal ambition with patience until it is time to make your move. Chameleon is at one with herself and her world, her senses subtle, artful, otherworldly, her very skin sensing her environment and mimicking the colors that surround her. Be aware of subtle energies, the etheric vibrations that emanate from us all, psychic visions from afar, and trust to their message. In the tricky world of business, bide your time, become gray and unnoticeable, perfectly positioned to assess the myriad currents and independent ambitions at play, and only then, like the chameleon striking a fly, make your move. Okay? So there's a lot of movement cards in there, right? Okay. So next we have the Tattoo Tarot. Got to make a little more room here. Get a sip of my coffee. Get this unpacked. Okay. So I did do a pre-shuffle, but I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. And my right ear's ringing. What does that mean? Someone's trying to send me a message? Is your ears ringing right now? Okay. So let me do this little three-way cut that I do. And then do a half cut. Then I'll do a couple more of these. These cards are really kind of difficult because they're extra long for my fingers, and they don't really separate like some of the other decks. I think it's the cardstock is very thick. That's why I like to do these cuts in here. And we just, doesn't really matter. Just to put some cards in a different position. Because I can't really shuffle, right? I have a arthritic thumb, and these cards are really hard, and they can really jack up my thumb if they hit me a certain way. So, got to do it this kind of weird way of shuffling. Okay, almost ready. Okay, that was the Nine of Swords. I let it stay in. What is the Nine of Swords? Is that like mental security? Okay, almost ready. And then my... Okay, at the bottom is the Three of Wands. That was what was at the bottom before. So maybe we're just destined to have that. Okay. Okay, first card is the Ten of Coins. Is this what someone's shooting for? Is this what somebody's already has? Or is it something that they want? Is it something that they recently lost? It's going to be different for everybody's story. But Ten of Coins, wealthy, security, prosperity, gain, height of success, family matters, posterity, archives, generations, family home, lodging, domestic, economics, saving, pension, sustainable losses or gambling. So if you have 10 of coins, you know, and it's some of those coins are guaranteed to make more coins, you know, by interest rates. You have it in savings kind of thing for a certain amount of years. So you can take a couple coins and afford to gamble it here and there and afford to take a loss. Okay, so that's someone's either got it together or they're getting together. God's going to be blessing them, or God's already blessed them. Okay. Next is the Five of Coins. So that's material struggle. So you went from the Ten of Coins to the Five of Coins. So what made you drop to the Five of Coins? Did you get into a relationship that sucked it out of you? You were trying to impress the ladies? Or is this a lady reading and you've worked hard and saved a lot, and maybe someone stole it from you? Someone manipulated it out of you? Everybody's story's different, but we've seen that already, the 5 and 10. They used to have a 5 and 10 store back in the day, but this is having everything. This is losing half of it and really upset, right? It's material struggle. King of Cups, he's mature. He's looking off in the distance. He has his one cup of love. It has a certain aroma to it, right? He's got that teardrop. Did he have to do some prison time? I heard that tattoo indicates you've been in prison before. But he's thinking. What is he thinking about? Is it you? What are you thinking about? You're thinking about the loss that you incurred because maybe a bad choice you made. Maybe you were trying to fit in somewhere where you knew that you didn't fit in, but you wanted to fit in. You know, you gave up part of who you are to fit into the group, and what happened? They took from you. You kept giving, you know, trying to prove that you're one of the gang. Okay? King of Cups. The King of Cups, he is very mature, right? He's responsible, honest, kind, creative, educated or professional, poetic, artistic, legal beagle. He has a fluctuating, and he's really unreliable. So he can be the really good guy, or he can just be the somewhat guy. And he's not very persistent. So if this is you and these are your coins, you had this and you allowed this to happen. Maybe you thought, oh, I can afford to gamble. But then you said, oh shit, I gambled too much. I lost everything that I worked hard to save. Do you know how long it took me to save that whole 10 of coins? And just in a blink of an eye, I have cut it in half because I was irresponsible to myself. I was loving something more than I was loving myself. The Chariot. Where are you going, King of Cups? Are you realizing that, yeah, I really did choose wrong? Maybe someone tried to tell you, hey, don't be hanging around with those guys and those girls. They're going to take you for whatever they can get from you. Maybe someone told him, be careful of that group. They're not really on the up and up. I see, you don't have to tell me that you come from wealth. It's like written all over your aura. If I can see it, other people can see it. So I'm telling you, be careful who you mix with. And then he sees that whoever gave him that advice must have been telling him the truth. And he lost half of his could be his total life savings. It could be an actual inheritance. I see like a grandpa that passed away and left him a big bundle of money. Maybe it's one of those, what do you call it? Fund kits. I don't know what you call it. Where someone really wealthy passes away, but then they give, it could be like several kids, but let's just say it's one because we have one king out here. So every 6 months he might get like $30,000, like for the rest of his life, because his grandpa has enough money like that before he died, something like that. You know, it might be, oh, you get $30,000 every 6 months or every year. And then when you get to the age of 50, you get the bulk of it, which could be millions, right? We don't know. It's not my story. Okay, whoever's story this is. So maybe you're deciding, hey, I sucked it up. I thought I was doing good. Somebody told me about this and I didn't pay attention. Now I have to go talk to that person and say, look, you gave me some advice, some really good advice. Why didn't I believe you? Because I was busy believing what everybody was saying about you. They kept saying you were this, that, and the other. I knew really deep in my heart that you couldn't be that, because I never felt that way about you. I never felt that you were dishonest or you were a thief. Meanwhile, those people who took everything from me, half of everything, they were so nice to me. They were telling me everything I wanted to hear. They were telling me, you're my forever buddy. I'm going to be there for you whenever you need me. Now let's go party and you spend your money. And now that the money's gone, so are your friends. Those aren't really true friends, to tell you the truth. I've experienced that. Well, my second marriage the most, but even my first marriage, there was one or two that were really good friends, but they didn't even realize like the full impact of everything. They were just quick to judge. So those kind of people I don't really want in my life. I don't really care. And you know, now I'm hearing that the wife has cancer, God bless her. But I don't. It's been 20 years. What do I have to say to someone from 20 years ago? So I can only wish the family well, wish her well, and I hope everything turns out. But other than that, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can say after 20 years, okay? So somewhere, this guy looks like he wants to go somewhere. Is this a thought or is this an actual action? I don't know because it's not my story, okay? If it fits for you, then it fits. Okay, next we have the Knave of Coins. Okay, is this someone trying to block him? here, I have this one coin for you, King of Cups. Don't go yet. Right? It could be that. Don't go. I know you want to go, but I got one coin that I could give you in replace for the 5 that you lost. Not sure how I feel about it. So it could be that. Yeah, that's what I think it is. The Knave of Coins. He has the love of learning and knowledge. He's a messenger. So yeah, maybe the group sent him as the messenger. Go stop the King of Cups from taking the chariot. Tell him we got this one coin and we can give him more in the future if he stays. Could be that. So it's 2 of Wands, usually indicates a choice, right? So this has been like a repeat story too. Whenever the 2 Wands shows up, see how the arrow's pointed down and then up. Apparently, he must have been in some sort of process of choosing. And all the people around him said, choose this one. Choose this one. It's headed south. Choose that one. That's the right one. You'll have everything you want. Like, who chooses south? I mean, I guess we all have, right? But did we actually have a choice between a good one and a bad one? Anyway, so yeah, he was talked into choosing the south one. And he had the 10 of coins to begin with because that was the first card. And then now he's down to 5 coins and he's realized I chose wrong. So in his mind, he wants to go to whoever that is with the arrow up, the other choice. And when this guy's saying, hey, you know, we have a coin for you. Just don't go, just stay. And we'll try to build up your coin reserve back up to 10. But it might take some time, which is, see that skeleton? He's lying through his teeth. Okay, so this guy's thinking about moving to his other choice, the choice that had the arrow going up. The choice that everybody was lying to him about. He sees the truth. Okay, here's the Knave of Swords. He's saying, if he goes, if you can't talk him into staying, then I'm going to be around and I'm going to have my eye watching out for him. And I'm going to be using this sword. See all those? Those are like, to me, those are like the talking, right? He's got a lot of negative things to say. And I only say that because he doesn't look right. This guy looks halfway decent. This guy looks like he's got something to prove. But so in this story, it would be the King of Cups wants to move forward to his other choice. And they sent him to say, hey, King of Cups, don't go. We'll rebuild your coin reserve. We know that you had 10 of them, and we know that we helped you spend 5, but I have this one I could give you, and we can work on building it back up. But it's all fabricated because the swords are about like the words you speak, the thoughts, and this guy has secrets. Like these could be secrets that he's getting ready to divulge if he can't get this King of Cups off the chariot. And let me see. Next, we have the 4 of Coins is inheritance. So they're saying if he goes forward, he is going to regain all his coins. And he's already sought out the information. He sees that we manipulated him. We had a good time with this 5 of coins. But God wants him to move forward, and God is going to inherit him these 4 of coins, which will bring it back up to the 9 of coins. And then he will not be in a suffering, struggling mode. We want him to struggle because we want to take every penny from him. Okay? Even his inheritance from God, from his grandfather, whoever. The Magician. So, let's say he's trying to be a magician, trying to work his magic to get out of Dodge. Yet, maybe these two are as well trying to be magicians to hold him back. So you see how a lot of lies and deceit can go flying just to keep someone in a position. Because once this king moves up and out and gets all of his abundance, everything that he lost, you know, those are the people that just bounce back, right? They don't stay in a down mode too long. But he's manifesting a way out, a way that he can keep all of his coins and grow it back to the 10 of coins. Meanwhile, these people are against him. They've always portrayed to be his friend because, you know, when people want to take from you, the best way is to get close to you, right? To figure out what you got and where you're going and what your intentions are, so they could find 50 reasons why not to do what you want to do in your own heart, to try to stop you. Because once you start moving, once you start elevating, once you get all these coins back, right, then these guys have to look at themselves. Yeah, we said we were master manipulators. We said we were master magicians. We said that we could do this and we could do that. Now we're letting the rest of the crew down because our magic didn't work. Our magic didn't work because he saw how we lost all of his coins. He saw how he gave too much. You know, he's getting the messages from God that if you use your magician powers, King of Cups, when you come out of that situation by your own free will, I will grant you everything that you lost. I will grant you your inheritance back. Anything that you lost, I will get it returned to you because you belong somewhere else. You don't belong with them. I sent you the signs and you haven't listened, but now you're really suffering because your struggle regarding your coins is really at a bad place. And now you're going to start listening to your intuition, or you're going to keep staying where you're at. Kind of this stay or go kind of mode. Next, we have the Emperor. This guy's saying, I am bossing up. Not going to play around with these clowns anymore. I see everything that happened. I see everything they've done. I've seen the lies and the manipulation. And pretty much I'll be damned if I let them get over on me again. Okay, so the Emperor's out. The 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups really has 2 meanings. Either he's tried them all and he knows what he wants, or he's tried them all. It took him a while to figure out what he wants. He said, I'm going to boss up. I know what I want. I want the one in the middle. All the other ones who all they were was false lovers, false friends. They were takers of all of my goods, whether it's bodily goods like sex, or was it the coins, you know. He's spending too much money, so he's gotten stabilized and he knows what he wants. He's choosing the cup that he wants, right? Okay, but he has to go into the hangman position. Why would you make a choice? Are you still thinking about it, and then you have to go into the hangman? Or are you still trying all the different flavors, and therefore you have to go into the hangman? The hangman is a good place to regroup and kind of punt, right? To reestablish what direction you want to go in and how you want to handle things, and what's your perception of what's happened in the past, that you have learned lessons and carry the wisdom into your future. You know, the hangman can mean a lot of things. It could be like, those people have been driving me crazy all this time. I need my time out, my space, and I need to figure out me, right? Next, we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands talks about having the strength to carry all those wands, having the tenacity, having, let me see, Nine of Wands, the stamina, the discipline, the strength in adversity, good powers of recovery and healing after injury, accident, or illness, preparing, managing delays, success after a setback. Okay, so he's having success after a setback. He knows what he wants. He's bossed up. He's the emperor. He knows what he wants. He wanted to go ahead and go into a state of thought, of the state of feeling, processing his thoughts and feelings, to know that he has overcome, and he has the stamina to overcome anything these little dweebs try to put on him, try to give him a reason to get stuck. Okay, the Ace, that's the truth. He's going to be standing in his truth. He knows he's got the stamina. He's gone through a lot. He's taken time out to figure, what do I want with my life? He's been around the world. He's tried a lot of flavors. He knows what he wants. He was the king, yet he let people manipulate him. Out of his Ten of Wands, they cut it in half. They used him and abused him and made him feel smaller than what he was. And they were able to do that because he wanted to fit in. Like, energetically, he knew that he was above them, but he was afraid to show it. He was afraid to show it because he wanted to fit in. Never dim your light for anybody. Never fit into a little tiny box when you're supposed to be holding the box, okay? Not trying to squeeze in it. He's realized that. Maybe he's been watching tarot readings. I'm really the emperor. These readers keep telling me that my destiny is bigger than even I know. And I've always felt it. I've dreamt about it. I had dreams of being in a 500-year-old castle, being the king of that castle. You know, I have people gifting me things that I could have used 500 years ago. I'm seeing who I really am. I'm seeing who I really am. I will not allow anyone to put me in a little box. I will not dim my light for anybody. The readers tell me this is my path, a path that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to do some sort of humanitarian work. You know, even if it is just getting here on YouTube and jumping out of a plane and what do you call that? Skydiving. And then, you know, videotaping me jumping out of a plane, skydiving with the person who goes with you, right? And then you get to the end and you tell your story about how it made you feel, about how to remove fear out of your life. And, you know, once you realize that if I can be fearless and jump out of a frickin' plane and depend on someone else's packing of a parachute, then I shouldn't fear anything. Fear is the false something appearing real. I can't remember what it is. It's F-E-A-R. False illusions. I don't know. I thought illusions was with the I. But anyways, this guy is realizing now that those people were beneath him. He always knew it, but he was afraid to show it. He wanted to fit into that crowd. He wanted to feel part of the group. Maybe he has that autism, what people call autism, but really it's his higher sense, right? Maybe he has that. And maybe it's open now. Maybe he's actually saying, oh, they all said I was autistic because I was so sensitive. When in reality, my senses are what guides me, and I got to learn to follow my senses, my gut feeling. I've been trained my whole life that those feelings I should just tuck away. I got to start living in my truth if I want to carry the emperor status. Okay, that's my truth. Let's see what else comes out. The Eight of Swords. I'm done being locked up with 8 swords stacked around me, making me feel like I can't go anywhere. I know that all I got to do is squeeze between, or use my emperor strength and lift up one of those swords, and I could just walk on through. I'm not going to be stuck anymore. My Eight of Cups, I'm walking away from the bullshit of listening to other people trying to make me fit in because I thought I wanted to fit in. I now know that I'm above them. God gives me the authority to move forward in my own life just like he would anyone else. I give my soul to God. I give my life to God to be the humanitarian that I've always dreamed of. I'm going to walk away from everything, and I'm not going to regret it. This is who I am, and I'm never going to stop being this. I'm always going to start doing right by me. When I start doing right by me, other people will respect it. And they'll know that I'm not putting up with that crap, that if they want to come to me, they have to come to me right. So that's the thing. I heard a saying too, if you want people to put you first, you have to put yourself first. And then people already recognize your energy. And if they want to be a part of your life, they'll fall in line, right? But you also have to give those people the same respect. Okay, so now something comes in for you. It's a collaboration. There's some handshaking going on. There's could be 3 different streams of income. You could be starting an enterprise. You could be starting a business on your own or with someone else. And let's just get 3 more. For some reason, I just love 3. I don't know what's coming up next, but the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups to me is someone who's gone through all the rough patches, and although they can be the emperor at any time, they're true. Where they probably feel most comfortable at is the Knight of Cups, and it's a place where they can just really be themselves, and they don't have to be brawn, like they don't have to show their power. Let's see what it says. Knight of Cups. Okay, so this one is advancing, arriving, coming on board. Reconciliation, proposition, invitation, financial opportunity. So I'm saying for this, he doesn't want to come in to say, hey, look, you are my partner and you're going to sign these agreements. He probably wants to come across that, hey, I was thinking about you, and we should collaborate together, and we should work on these projects together. I think we would do really good together, and I have my ideas and you have your ideas, and we can collaborate together and get it going, right? And then when he needs to be this, he can be that to the people who try to interrupt his progress. Okay? And the Justice, that's the Justice. And the Judgment. Okay? So basically the King of Cups, who is the Emperor, who carries the Knight of Cups when he's ready to travel. The truth is, he knows what he wants. He knows what he wants to do for his 3 or 6 sources of income. He wants to come in truthful. He wants to come in honest. And he's probably gotten a lot of messages from the universe, synchronicities. You know, they say, oh, have you seen the same numbers consistently? Like, do you keep seeing the same numbers? And then would he look at the angel numbers? Or the other thing was, if you're just thinking about someone, and then you go, you walk up to your group and they say, oh, have you heard from George? And then you just happen to be thinking about George, right? Those are all the synchronicities. And God will give you all these different synchronicities so that you are available to awaken yourself, to awaken from your sleep mode, you know, to awaken to your senses, to follow your gut, to follow your intuition, to, you know, all the chakras and all that. So this emperor has justice and judgment. You know, the judgment, well, you know, judgment could be bad. Justice to me is saying, if you've done bad, then you're getting bad back. If you've done good, you're getting good back. Where judgment, I believe, goes hand in hand. You know, the judgment is, you're finally listening to me. You know, it could be God saying, you're finally listening to me. Now I'm going to show you everything that you were afraid to have. And, you know, I'm so happy that you have finally woken yourself up. And you know who you are. You know how to stand in your truth. I know that I could depend on you. You carry these characteristics for a reason. Because I know that if I put you on the path, you will always make sure that you stay in alignment at your highest integrity. And although I'm watching everybody, since you're an emperor and you know that what you give out to the world, you get back, you will always make sure that you act in that manner. You will never try to do anything underhanded. You won't let other people do underhanded, you know, crap to you. You are going to be on the up and up. You are going to be successful. You are going to stand in your truth. You are going to speak your truth. You're going to be everything that you want to be in this lifetime. Congratulations. Well, what do you think, folks? I think it turned out to be a really good reading. I thank God for all of you. I thank God for how the cards fell out. I thank God for God being God in my life. How about you? Anyways, have a great evening or a good day, depending upon what time you're seeing this posting. You know, please like, share, and all that other stuff, you know, if you feel like it. I'm so glad that you are here with me, and however you want to show support, if you want to just give me a smiley face, you know, all the way up to a donation, whatever you feel like you need to do or want to do in your heart, okay? Anyways, it turned out to be a great reading. God bless you all. I'm sending you love, light, happiness, healing, joy, gratitude. I'm just sending you all the goods that God has shown me. I share it with you. I share it with all of my people here on YouTube, and I share it with the world energetically. Okay, so I'm gonna close out now. I'll see you the next time. God bless you all. Sending you a bunch of love. Okay, bye bye for now. Aloha.